Hello and welcome to our Cucina Rustica. My name is Pino di Cerbo and this is my mom.
Filomena di Cerbo.
And today we have a great recipe for you. Now I do a lot of private catering events and sometimes I do these really fancy dishes with the finest venison or the blackest truffles ever. But nothing gets more appreciated than this dish here, and that is a freshly baked focaccia. And that's what we're going to make today. To make our focaccia is very easy. Mom, how would you make your focaccia?
Put yeast, a little salt, a little oil, a couple of sugar, a little bit of sugar, that's it.
It's so easy.
So really easy.
You don't have to measure anything, and just like that, it's really easy. Unfortunately, we're not all Italian nonnas that can make a focaccia without measuring anything. So I came up with this foolproof focaccia recipe that anyone can make. The full ingredients are on my website, www.pinodicerbo.com, and all the measurements are there. Let me show you the process of it, okay? Because it's not easy like you say, bam, bam, bam. You have to measure things sometimes, we're not like all professional makers like you, Mom. So what we do here, our focaccia is a little bit different. We have whole wheat flour and white flour. This way you get the best of both worlds. And we're going to start off with some lukewarm water. And to that, we're going to add dry yeast. Always buy the dry yeast. It's a lot easier to work with and it stays in your cupboard for a long time. We're going to sprinkle our dry yeast on top of that warm water. And we have to activate our yeast. And this is just some sugar. We're going to sprinkle some sugar on top of our yeast. The sugar feeds the yeast. And this needs to sit for about 10 minutes. Now what you'll see in about 10 minutes is that it starts to froth up like a beer. When you pour a beer and you get that foam, that's what you're going to see here. Okay, if that doesn't happen, then your yeast isn't good. So make sure that happens. Take the time to set this aside. So to our flour, we're going to add a pinch of salt. We're also going to need some additional water and some extra virgin olive oil. That's it. We're going to come back in 10 minutes and we're going to put this all together. Okay, we are ready to put our dough together. Our yeast, as you can see, has risen. We're good, Mom?
Yes.
It's got the foam on it? Okay. Now, I'm going to show you my technique on this. Not because it's any better than my mom's, but it's easier if you're doing this dough for the first or the second time, okay? Now, this is going to be painful for you to watch this. Just let me know if I'm doing it wrong, okay? So we're going to mix our flours and our salt together. And I use a wooden spoon. My mom uses a wooden spoon for something totally different, right? Yeah, we won't go there. Okay, so we're going to make a little well in our flour. We're going to pour our yeast mixture inside our little well. We have an additional water. This is a cup of water, lukewarm as well. And we're going to pour that in. But before we do that, we always have to rinse our bowls, especially when Mom's watching. We're going to add that there. Now, with the back of the spoon, this is the technique. Yes, Mom, I know. Watch, I told you, I'm going to do it this way. Watch. I'm going to start mixing this together. I like to use the back of the spoon because right now it's really sticky, so my hands don't get all sticky with the flour and the water. Now that the water is almost all absorbed here, I add my oil now. So I'm using extra virgin olive oil for this. You have to use extra virgin olive oil for this. Nothing else will do. Get a good quality one. Oh, okay, we're good. I'm going to put our extra virgin olive oil in here, and I'm going to stir it. Okay? And I'm using the wooden spoon here to work the sides of the bowl, so we make sure we get all that and then nothing sticks. Okay? Once we're happy, when it's all come together, is when the hands come into play. Okay, so I'm going to get my hands in here, and I'm going to start bringing it all together. What do you think, Mom?
Perfect.
So good?
Yes.
Not too bad?
Not too bad.
I'm going to dump this on the table.
Okay.
We make sure we get everything in here, so we're going to dump that on the table.
Can I do?
Okay, Mom. You want to do it? Okay, you do it. And the good thing to have is some flour on the side, just some bench flour. Yeah, so you need to put it on top of whatever, if you're doing it on a wood board or a granite countertop, so it doesn't stick. Now we're just bringing it all together and we're kneading it. You want the dough to be tacky but not sticky, and we'll show you what that looks like. So you can see the technique that she's doing. Let me show the technique here for a second. So she's folding it over from the sides and bringing it together. So you're folding the sides over and pushing it out. You're working that all together. and a little bit of flour because if it's too sticky. And that's going to vary. One of the big things is if it's the temperature outside. If it's a rainy day, it's going to require a little bit more flour. This is where you adjust. Follow that recipe and it's perfect every single time. The only thing you'll need to learn is how much bench flour to put on your bench. And it could be very little or even up to a couple of tablespoons. But the important thing is you get that feel of it. And we'll show you how that looks. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Look at that. That's what you want to see. Okay? It's fluffy, it's light, it's beautiful, it's all incorporated together. It's a little tacky, but not sticky.